Hey everybody, bad news. The trial once again is another stock showdown. This time it's using the 1993 Nissan GTR. Stock is a B626. And maybe even worse news is that there wasn't much you can actually do this week on this car. Last couple weeks I modified the engine and the tires and a few other things. Nothing major still, but this week it's pretty darn close to stock. There wasn't a whole lot I could do at all. That said, let's look at the races. First one is Cathedral Circuit, and then we have Plaza Circuit, and then we have Chihuahua Circuit. All right, let's find ourselves a team. And there is the team. All right, here we go, race one. And thankfully, I'm starting from the front of the teammates. Last week, I started from the back, all races. This should be more even than the past couple stock showdowns. This is me strictly relying on, oh my gosh, driving. And this city race is absolutely awful. There's nothing but tight turns and sharp curves and the whole 9 yards. That said, I did put on a splitter on this particular build, so it will cut corners and curves better than the stock car that everybody else has. Unless somebody else decided to upgrade their car too. But you never know. So we're all the same number. But it was a nice little trick that I could do. I did have to keep the tires the same, engines the same. Gosh, almost all of it's the same. Like I said, I just put on that front splitter, which should give a little bit of advantage when turning. Okay, goodness. And I can tell these stock showdowns frustrate the heck out of everybody. Because, well, my comments are filled with anger from other people. You know what's funny too is I normally very rarely get dislikes on these videos. But for some reason people blame the tune instead of the driver. And it's even kind of weirder to blame the tune instead of the driver on the stock showdowns because, well, all kind of driving the same car. But it also kind of, oh my goodness, tells me like who actually watches these videos versus the people that just grab the tune out of the description. It's kind of obvious sometimes. Anyway, what are you gonna do? When you look at those engagement graphs in the YouTube analytics, I took a little bit too quick there. No matter what video it is, no matter who the creator is, there's always a decline the longer the video goes. Starts all the way at the top, and it's a nice straight diagonal line down to the bottom right on engagement, viewer engagement. Even if you're Mr. Beast, you have that problem. Oh my, and I'm not Mr. Beast. If I could have the revenue from one of his videos, I probably could retire, which is insane. What are you gonna do? What's happening here? Looking at the leaderboard, humans are slaughtering the Drivatars. What are we on here? The third lap? I mean, I'm barely paying attention here. I'm just kind of just rambling away about YouTube and driving. Not being paying much attention here. Seem to be doing all right though. We do have a Toker down there doing a good job being the anchor, taking up last place. Because I have two drivers kind of close behind me. They're not going to catch me though. Nope. They don't have front splitters. Oh boy. All right, first place. And we beat the Drivatars, as I was definitely expecting to in that first race. Let's move on to race 2. Okay, second race. Starting near the front again. And admittedly, on these stock showdowns where you start Pretty sure it's pretty highly correlated onto where you're going to finish. It's just so hard to move up on these races. So starting in the front of the teammates' last race really did benefit me. It pretty much has nothing to do with my skill in driving, or lack of skill in driving. I'm having a hard time catching up just to Katia. Here, we'll see. Cutting on the inside, putting that splitter to work. A lot of curves in this one too. I'm not a big fan of the city races. I don't know about you guys, but they're not my friend usually. This curve always gets me for whatever reason. I just don't like them. Too many turns, twists, whatnot, and it's just kind of hard to move up in the world, you know? But what are you gonna do? Where are we at? We're in third. Leaderboard doesn't look as snazzy this time. I think we'll still be okay if either me or Frog up here can dethrone Tristan. Then I think we'll win. I get those extra bonus 50 points. And those can come in useful. Oh, that little maneuver. Creeping up on a come up and then hitting a wall to just erase any kind of good driving I did. Well, put me first. See how long that lasts. You know, these... Man. Bouncing off the wall more than I like here. What are you gonna do? Sometimes when I'm in first, I drive worse. I don't know about you guys. It's like, the nerves of being in the first place. I don't know. When you're behind somebody, it kind of gives you a target to pursue. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of easier in second, trying to catch the dude in first. I don't know. We'll see, though. If I can maintain this. Kind of a feeling that me and this dude here might switch places often. This is the curve that I always hate. It always messes me up. Oh, there goes my wing. Bye, wing. It's nice knowing ya. Man, this thing is a lot of kind of flopping back and forth. There's no tire upgrade. You know what? I almost sneaked in the drag tires because it improved handling by a smidge and it dropped the PI by a tiny bit, so I could put maybe a little bit extra power in here, but it wasn't enough. The amount of PI that it dropped and enough of the handling it provided. And drag tires are wonky too. Okay. Not sure, but somehow I managed to pull further ahead of the teammate. I thought he was gaining on me there for a little while through the first half. Maybe he drives the first half better than I do, and I drive the second half better than he does. Maybe. I don't know. There's that ultra sharp turn. Ah, man. It really feels like this race is taking like an eternity here. Never gonna end. Never-ending race. The never-ending story. You guys see that movie? I'm definitely dating myself there. It was an old fantasy movie with like a weird furry flying dragon type thing. As a kid, it was like the best movie ever, but we watched it a few years ago and was like, huh, this is better when I was a kid. It was still good. I mean, it has some nostalgia in it, but it didn't quite have the impact it had when I was like 8. Oh, goodness. Yeah, except we're pulling away again in the second half. Yeah, I think he drives the first half better, and I drive the second half better. Leaderboard, I think will be good. And I bet we have one more stock showdown next week, because they like to do things in 4s because of the seasons. We'll almost be done with the stock showdowns. Okay, oh, we lost a teammate too. We're down to 5 of us. We should be okay though. And looky there, should be okay. What was I thinking? We smoked the Dravitars. That takes care of the trial this week. Thanks guys, I'll see you all later. Alright, so when I was saving the tune in order to share it, I noticed that I already had a 626 trial tune. And the other thing I noticed that it was quite a bit faster, which is weird to me. So I went into the shop to see what the heck did I do when I made that tune I completely forgot about. And my goodness gracious, I did absolutely nothing but put on a wing, and I went straight into the engine, and I put on a couple engine upgrades. So how that made it so much faster, I don't know, but it did. I added like, my gosh, I added like a 12 mph to the top speed. Now this is a perfect example of what happens when you start at the back of the teammates. It is going to be very hard to oh my goodness, make any headway here. We'll have to see. The Dravitars seem to be driving a little bit more chaotic than they normally do. Now, of course, the tuning menus, I do make my usual changes, and it is quite a bit, because those don't change your PI at all. You can go hog wild in those menus and do whatever the heck you want to do to your little heart's desire. It won't change the PI. I saw that coming from about 100 miles away. I even debated about not even passing him because I knew he would slam into me. Dude, I'm on your team. There's something called being a teammate, but I guess not. Oh, Nelly. I will say that I'll put both tunes down. I do think this tune actually handles well enough, and it does feel a little bit more powerful. I might prefer this tune to the prior one. That said, it is extremely hard to know because, as I mentioned in the first race and the beginning of this race, where you start on a stock showdown trial really impacts where you finish. But we'll see. 1 and 2 are Dravitars, and they're up there a ways. I don't know if we're gonna catch them. I'm not trying to box you out of the way, dude. Really not. I'm just, oh, and on the inside, like I was saying, I think this car handles plenty well without that front splitter. And it is quicker. So I'm going to recommend build number 2 here. And if you're one of those people that don't watch the full video, you're not going to know this. And you're probably going to use tune 1, lose the race, and say your tune sucks in a comment. When all along, there's a sneaky, better tune out there. What are you going to do? So even though I started towards the very, very back, I'm making my way up all the way through everybody. Don't think I'm going to undercut Tristan here. Oh, am I? At the very end? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Average driving. First place. And we beat the Dravitars there, so we're going to head on over to race 2. Okay, this race should actually give a pretty good idea of this build compared to the prior build, as I'm starting in the exact same position that I did last race. So let's just see how we do. I saw that coming from a mile away. Thankfully I didn't get stopped by the crashed Dravitar. But we'll see here how we do on this particular race. I'm just gonna... God, please don't plow into me, people. As long as I didn't get T-boned, I knew I'd be good there and undercutting everybody. Oh, Nelly. These turns on this particular race always get me for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. Oh my. So I'm curious to see the time. So what I'll do, I'll post the time when I'm editing, obviously. The time this car posts for race 2. I'll do race 1 too for the heck of it just to see, but this is going to be more accurate of a comparison. So I'll post both times and see which one's a little bit better. Well, heck, it looks like we'll be doing race 3 on trial take 2 here. But we will see. Doesn't look promising there, the leaderboard. I don't really want to do race 3. But sometimes in life, you just do what you gotta do. Oh, look at that little maneuver. Pulling in front of the 2 drivatars, and it is me, a bunch of drivatars, and the teammates. So race 2 is looking like it's in our stars. 3, I mean, race 3. Unless a whole bunch of them drop, which I know they won't do because we won the first one, so it is what it is. I mentioned last week on the Can I Beat Your Best or You Beat Me or whatever it is Throwdown series. I'm only going to be doing 2 more and then probably stopping it. Just not getting the traction. And on top of that, I considered briefly stopping this channel. My side hustles are starting to take more and more time, which is a good thing. But end of the day, this channel is not paying any bills or putting any food on the table. And it takes a whole day out of my week, pretty much. So I did think about stopping it. Maybe just doing the trials, maybe just doing the PRs. But go ahead and continue for the time being. I probably will stop the Can I Beat Your Best series. Do those 2 more, like I was saying. This week I'm going to do the Trailblazer, by the way. I don't think I've done a Trailblazer yet. So we'll do the Trailblazer. And I'm just going to throw it out there. This build is superior to the prior build for sure. So if you're one of my fans, my followers, and you watch my full videos, there's probably about 2 of you out there, you will know to use the second tune, second trials tune. It's not only am I dusting the human beings, treating them like rented snails, but I am smoking the Travatars. That's how we do it. But the 3rd race is definitely in the stars here. Kind of hope we have a mass exodus of teammates, but that won't happen. You know, I'm totally rambling here because these races take forever, for one, and it's the 2nd time through, so. Anyway, one of my side hustles is, well, it's not making me any money right now because I'm just kind of practicing, but I'm trying out some day trading. I know that has an absolutely awful stigma attached to it. One of those 97% people fail. But that's why I'm using demo accounts. I'm only doing about an hour in the mornings to see what I can make that work for me a little bit. Use the old prop firms that are out there, so I'm not using my own money when I decide to use, I should do it for real, I should say, I guess. Got a couple businesses going, service-based businesses. And, maybe I'll bore you with that in the next 3rd and final race here. It's gonna wrap this bad boy up though. Yeah, we lost. Race 3. Okay. Being that we are forced to do race 3, the Forza gods have seen it that I should start at the front of the teammates, thankfully. Because, yeah, I don't want to do this race. But here we are. Look out, Katia, cutting on the inside. Oh, wow, almost missed that checkpoint. Wouldn't do me any good. I don't know what it is, but this car handles like better than the first build too. It's the weirdest thing. Although I will say it doesn't. So when I did put on that front splitter, it gave it really slicey ability, where I could slice under somebody. That almost made it give quite a bit of oversteer though. Where it's kind of, you know, wow, swinging back and forth a little bit because I just overturned with that front splitter around there. So it did help me knife in front of some people, cut some people off. I don't think it's necessary on this particular car. Tegan. Yeah. Back where I belong. First place. I do hope. Those who've been following for quite a while know there's a sarcasm in my videos. Don't know if that always comes through. In fact, I know it always does not come through. But what are you going to do? You see, class races are an eternity. I mean, I might have another birthday while I'm doing this trial here. Turned 49 on Saturday. Last Saturday. The next year's the big one. Big 5-0. You know what's weird? Half my life is over. I mean, unless I'm like some kind of centenarian or whatever that word is. Not many 100-year-olds out there, so it's kind of weird to think that half my life is like for sure over. Well, depressing, quite honestly. Running out of time to become that multi-millionaire too. Buy those supercars. But running out of time does not mean I'm out of time. And that'll segue into my little side hustles. One of those side hustles, you never know, turn me into a multi-millionaire. And I will enjoy my money if I ever had money. But I believe, at least, you never know. When everyone says money changes people, but I do believe I would share a good deal amount of it. As if I've always believed, anything good is better when shared. It's been one of my mottos for life. But we'll have to see. Speaking of side hustles, start a little poop scooping business, see how that does. I know you're probably thinking, dude, good luck on the millionaire thing. Believe it or not, there are millionaire poop scoopers out there. I got an AI integration business and a video business. A bunch of different stuff with video. We're wrapping up wow. You talk enough, you waste a whole entire trial. All right, guys, that does finish up the second round of the trial. I'll post both tunes for you. I do think the second one is better. Yeah, we won the trial there. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'll see you all next week.
Right now. Slaughter the subscribe button, castrate the like button, or don't, and be a weakling.